Hello, this is the Kenyan Siasa. Adam your host Bali Odawa na Dawa. Dear folks of the Kenyan Siasa, the 2027 general elections is approaching. The 2027 general elections is slowly, bit by bit, becoming tangible, becoming vivid. And anyone who is serious about scooping something or raping something in the 2027 general elections basket must now take a strategic move, a strategic, calculated position. Yesterday, the United Opposition core principals had a meeting. In this episode, we are digging the impetus that could have led, that could have pulled these core principals to hold the meeting that they had. Number one, it is obvious that right now, the United Opposition hasn't agreed on a single unifying presidential candidate in the 2027 general elections. It is a fact that in case they go divided in the 2027 general elections, they won't secure the presidency. Actually, if the United Opposition doesn't go as a united bloc, we might not even achieve in the 2027 general elections. We might end up with the scenario whereby none of the presidential candidates will achieve 50 plus 1%, and we might end up for a rerun because the leading ones, here we are talking about Kalonzo Musyoka and Rigathi Gachagua, have considerable support or have considerable tangible votes in their baskets. Now, in an event that they don't front a single candidate, the opposition votes will be divided. And actually, President William Ruto might also not get the 50 plus 1%, because if Rigathi Gachagua runs for the presidency, you'll have the voter-rich bloc gamer by his side. If Kalonzo vies for the presidency, you'll have the voter-rich Ukambani and some parts of Coast and some part of liberal-minded urban faction voting for him. And this one also technically means that Raila, even if he will support William Ruto, a huge chunk of his vote base that he has been relying on might go to Kalonzo Musyoka. Therefore, at the end of the day, none of the presidential candidates will achieve the 50 plus 1%. And therefore, it is important for the United Opposition to sit down, make difficult decisions, sacrifice, make painful moves, and settle on one unifying single candidate that will go for the presidency and fight it with President William Ruto. If they're well organized and they sacrifice their personal ambitions and front one single candidate, considering the fact that President William Ruto's popularity has really gone down, and considering the fact that even the gamer nation that gave him more than 50 plus % of the total votes that he got in the 2022 general elections will be with Rigathi Gachagua in the United Opposition, they can actually manage to defeat President William Ruto in the 2027 general elections. Therefore, we can say that chances are very high that one of the motives or one of the impetus that pulled these leaders yesterday together is to try and design a formula that will lead them to one single formidable candidate who will go and fight it with President William Ruto on the ballot in the 2027 general elections. Another reason as to why these core principles of the united opposition might have met is to ponder on the coming by-elections. We're going to have a by-election touching various wards and various constituencies in the next few months. And therefore, the united opposition should be united, literally, to avoid fronting several candidates for the same post among their faction building parties. So that, for example, if we are in Mbere, they agree that maybe let us give Muturi, DP party, the chance, and the rest of us pull back our interest, give him the full support. If we go maybe to Malava, let's say, let us give it to DCP. The rest of us, we give this particular DCP candidate our full support. This way, they will increase their chances of scooping the various seats that are currently vacant, that we are going to have the by-elections in the next few months. Therefore, we can say that maybe they met to streamline, to polish some few things here and there, some teething issues concerning the upcoming by-elections in various constituencies and wards that have vacancy. And finally, we can say that this team of core principles met for the purpose of regional consolidation. They're supposed to make sure that each and every core principle get back to their yard, to their support base, to make sure that their regions, their local regions, are not invaded by the Ruto team. For example, Eugene Wamalwa is supposed to go to the western region, and to be specific, the Bukusu area, try consolidate, try seduce, try sell the gospel of the united opposition to make sure that Moses Wetangula doesn't scoop much of the votes for President William Ruto. And again, he's supposed to spread to other parts of the western region, not only the Bukusu area, but other areas of the western Luhya nation. Same to Matiang'i, go to Kisii region, consolidate your sector. Within the Gema nation, the Rigathi Gachagua, so far we can say that he has done a wonderful job. There isn't much, but again we have some teething issues here. The Jubilee Party of President the immediate former President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta is currently trying to rise and rebrand. Therefore, there is also a task for him to make sure that DCP is the monopoly party of the Gema nation, because right now we can boldly say that Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta isn't really in the united opposition faction. His moves aren't clearly known, and therefore, if his Jubilee Party is going to thrive in the Gema nation, it might interfere with some of the united opposition arithmetics. Therefore, it is very essential that Rigathi Gachagua makes sure that the Gema region speaks one language, the language of DCP, in the united opposition. Same to Kalonzo Musyoka's side, because we are aware that Ovinya Ndeti, the governor of Machakos, has been sending some signals that Kalonzo Musyoka might consider working with the presidency, President William Ruto. Therefore, we can just say that they met to structure, design a formula of making sure that there is harmony among themselves and there is proper consolidation in their respective support bases so as to prevent a formidable opposition against President William Ruto in the coming 2027 general elections. Dear folks of the Kenyan CSR, we reach the halt of this episode. For those of you who are subscribed to our YouTube channel, the Kenyan CSR, we're humbled, we're glad, thank you. And for those of you who are not subscribed to our YouTube channel, the Kenyan CSR, we beseech you to show some love by subscribing, then hit on the notification bell to get notified whenever we upload content. Until next time, I'm Zabali, Wadawa, and Adawa. Bye-bye.